Well, that was fun. Got kicked off and put it back on again, guys. I'll give you a minute to find me. Facebook seems to be doing that a lot lately. I was watching some artist, some other, well, she's a crafter, Susie, I think her name is. She got a lot of people, and she had to go off last night too, so she usually works late, her classes, so she's crafting her little crafting barn, so it's getting to be a common thing. So whenever that happens, I go right back on, and I'm sorry, it's not my fault. So I'll give you a minute. I'm back on, and I'm trying to get the link in because I wanted to tell you guys about my other artsy group. And I should be able to, there you go, I put the link in, so that if you want to come over on Saturdays at 4 o'clock every week, the Artsy Rose group, which is a private group, it's over 500 now. They said I could make it public, and if I don't like, go back to private, but I don't know what to do because, I don't know, I kind of like it private because we got a big group of girls in there. So if you're interested, the link's right there. I'm starting this class again. We're doing these leaves and talking about art therapy stuff. I'm doing a little bit of that now. I got this deck of cards. We pick out different things. And I teach acrylic painting. We do all kinds of stuff. And you can go over there and watch some of my old classes. Because, you know, all the classes are only good for 30 days now. So I'm giving everybody a few minutes to show back up. Sorry about that, guys. Hey there, Gail. I don't know if she's back on the old cast or the new one. Come on, am I back on? Oh, I tell you, it's so frustrating when that happens. Been that kind of week, you know. Had a kind of a stressful week. So, let me text everybody again, let them know that I had to change. So, they'll be back on. They'll see something happen. Broadcast failed. That's what it said. Back on now. Back on page now. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. So irritating. I don't even know where I was. Oh, actually, I was doing a penciling the stuff. So anyways, let me check, see if I'm back up again. Should show right back up. Yeah, I don't know. There's been some storms and stuff, but you know, I thought the whole point of getting away from analog, if anybody remembers, younger ones, if you remember what analog is, was that there'd be less disruptions. View page. See if I'm on. I feel so foolish when I gotta do this. It's not coming back on. I don't know. Anyways, I'm back on. If you find me, you find me. So I'm gonna go right ahead. Let me refresh. Waiting for the signal. It should resume shortly. There I am. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's up tonight with Facebook. Yeah, I told you my little theory, which I think is more than theory. Hey, Joel, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I almost didn't go back on this time. It just keeps breaking up over here. So I think we were drawing some. We'll go back to that. If it breaks up again, I'm done for tonight because it's acting all kinds of weird today. Yeah, so anyways, it's on right now. So we're going to get back into just making some leaves. I'm going to turn this around. Hopefully nothing happens. I didn't even see it go out because I wasn't watching, so I'm not sure where it was. I'm assuming you guys saw me do some drawing. I'm just doing these shapes. So I was finished with the shapes. And I'm going to go over this with the paint now. And then I can show you the other things I did on top of that. So I just took, now you could use watercolor, which is probably what I should have used. It would have shown through better because I want to be able, that's why I did these kind of dark. I want to see these You know, this kind of, when you're doing something like this, if you do this first, then paint, you can pencil over it. I use a little bit of this Deco Arts cinnamon stick. Just a tiny, teeny, tiny, tiny bit. That's all you need. Like I said, if you're going to do any kind of with the brayer and you're doing, what do they call that? A jelly plate. I put a bunch of water on here. Water's kind of dirty, can you tell? No judging, people, no judging. And then I sprayed this paper a little bit. It's not canvas, so don't get carried away. Just so I can spread it out a little bit. Then I get my brayer. Or you could just use a brush. I would bring a little bit of this paint into this water. A little bit. Like I said, I've seen some artists using this for different things, and I was like, I got those. I had one I had to buy because I couldn't find this one. So I told you about those last 2 bags that I found, or last 2 boxes of supplies. Guess what was in there? So now I have 2. So one I'm going to use for this kind of stuff, and the other one I'm going to use for my jelly plate. This one's actually a little bigger, I think, than the other one. One's smaller. I think this is the bigger one. But they were doing portraits for this and using it on roses backgrounds. I said, well, that's kind of neat. It gives you a little different look, you know, if you like something a little abstract. These, I've seen small ones at the Dollar Tree. I've seen these at Wally World, too. You need to spend a lot of money. Little spots in there, but guess what? I like it. It's okay. It's okay. So now you can still see those, so I'll be able to pick that up with the pens and stuff. So, oh, there's a dark one, but that's okay. Watercolor wouldn't make this as dark, but as long as you can see some of them, and like I said, it hasn't got to be exactly like it, just kind of like it. Need some more water in here. Should always have a water bottle on your acrylic station, because, or your paint station, because it's a great way to thin it out. Great way to clean up stuff. If you're doing watercolors, get a nice wet base if you need it. I like to do those runny, loose colors. This is a good way to kind of release the stress too, right? Because you're going to kind of pump this thing. Yeah. That's what it's about. Relaxation. It's good to do things that you don't really, you're kind of mindless. You know, even like reading, just reading a book, coloring in crayons and coloring books. You get those adult coloring books. And I've seen some pretty risque coloring books. Let me tell you something. There's some pretty fun ones out there. I know because I give them a couple of them as gifts. My daughters. Alright, so I got kind of like a messy sort of thing on here, but I want some more around the edges. So let me just see if I can get a little bit around the edges here. Need a little more paint. I don't want too much stuff. I'm good with it looking a little blotchy too. I'm good with that. So I'm not stressed out about that. This is for relaxing and teaching about stuff, about pens and leaves and relaxing. Relaxing. My granddaughter just had her parent-teacher conference today down in New York. And she's always like straight A's, good student, but very impatient, doesn't sit very well. She would rather doodle. Does that sound familiar? And she's a bit of a gossip, which I think is hysterical. I wonder where she gets it. It must be her mother. So she's 8. She's 8 years old, guys. Absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. Couldn't go down there in January. I can't wait. I haven't seen her in a year and a half. Something like that. Yeah, about that long, because we just moved in here right after she was here. We were supposed to be here earlier, but you know, I was sick, so good times, good times. All right, so let me dry this with the dryer. And I see I can still see bits and pieces. Now some of this I added after. You can see I added a little red too. But you do whatever colors you want. This one here that I found has like a purple and a blue background. There's a lot of gold, so you can do what you want. Although I do think teal would look good on this too. I did a red pen, and I think teal would look good. But you do what you want to do. The object is to make some leaves. That time of year. Now, I might even, this came out pretty good. I might even frame this, cut it down and frame it. Maybe make some cards out of it. See, that's why I want to leave it in the book. So. I lost my clips already. That would take me long. On the floor. Yeah, not the clips right off it. Oh, no, I didn't. They're there. They're right here. I took them off. I forget. Am I still on? I hope I'm still on. Am I still on? Yes, I am. Okay. Just being picky tonight. This Facebook is. These little dollar store clips come in handy. You're doing a lot of different wet type techniques in your multimedia book. Get some clips. Or clothespins. I used to have clothespins. I had lines out back in my old house. But I don't have any anymore. Clothespins, hair clips, whatever you got. Alright, so now I'm just going to kind of, I got a thin lined Posca. I got a couple of micro pens, which are very small. I got a red one. And I think that's all I used. I think that's all I used. I have a black, another Posca, but it's extra. Now there's all kinds. Oh, I made this different. There's all kinds of different leaves. And you could, like I said, you can be creative and kind of make your own. Now this one's fine, but that one over there is acting up. Oh, good times. And I'm just, well, let me take my black pen. And the black pen, I'm going to kind of outline these. Need a bigger one, it's too small. Acorns. Same thing, I made them kind of fancy. I kind of, yeah, that one over there is slow now. One right here too. Don't think about it, just do it. But you could do like one thing, like maybe just that kind of leaf all over, and that would look good too. And you could just like make it very simple. So you can just go through. Yeah, this one's working, the other one isn't. I don't know. I'm just making designs. You could stay in the night. They're both going home tomorrow. Alright, that's cool. I made these red on the bottom. Give them a little design if you want to. I keep picking that one up. This one's just too fine lined. I can't get it, won't work right. And I'm going to kind of give that a ruffle. Then I took the white and I gave it a little highlight. A little highlight, like that. And I kind of went back around it and just kind of, just roughly detailed it. So you have fun. This one I'll do in white. This one's like a heart shape. I could do the same thing. Let's do like little X's around the outside. Let's do this one in black. Let's do this in black. The idea is to make different designs on them. Making kind of fun. This is that kind of oak leaf one. Well, I think I want this one more white. We'll do the outside black though. So I think you get the point. Just to have fun. Don't overthink it, just do it. And I like the idea with those bees of just doing one shape. I think we're going to try some more of this on Saturday at 4 o'clock. I'm just going to do I think the blobs maybe. And I'm not sure what else we're going to do. Let's see. What's this one? Yeah, I did one here too. Yeah, so then I kind of added some, oops, wrong one. I added some black too. Let's do like do this one. I kind of came in here like that. And I added one with just leaves on it. One on the end, little footballs. So I think you get the idea. Just do some pencil, then color, stain it, watercolor, whatever you got, and then copy what you did, and then add some new ones. I'll turn this white. And then just have fun going through and putting some artwork on your artwork. Now, there is a lot of acrylic pens out there. There's a lot of companies now. You can get it by Posca. I only bought a few of this last time because I thought the prices were stupid. I got some in my Amazon, list that look pretty good. They're better price. But you could also use any kind of, I use that red one I'm using is an Arteza, just a felt magic marker. They're good too. Any kind of magic marker will work. You can use paint too. You can use ink, which, I never really got into ink. But I've just seen some new, really cool stuff they're doing with it, so I am interested. They are using it on jelly plates too, which we're going to go back and do sometime. We're going to go back and do our jelly plates. Printing. I've been messing around with that. All right. See, this one I did like 5, like that. You seen that? You can get fancy with this or not get fancy with it. Oops. Yeah, I designated my iPad to a little tiny TV in here. I was thinking, like, just when am I going to get a TV? So I got it hooked up over here so I can use it as a TV. I've been watching movies with it, which is a good thing, right? All right, so now I can do some black ones. Bring in some black leaves and some different, I don't know, anything you think would look good. I'm going to do like just some leaves like this. Just for something interesting to come off of these like kind of blank sides. Same Let's see, we need something else black in there, right? A little something. Let's do another long black one. There we are. Hey, Joelle. I don't know if anybody else has got on here yet. Anybody else make it on here? This thing is cutting up like crazy. I think you're the only one on. There was a bunch of people on the last one. Or it's not showing up, one or the other. I had 6 people on the other one. I got 1 on this one. Don't know. So I'm going to cut this end off. If anybody is having a problem with this broadcast, just you can chime in later. I can see it. I'll see it. If we got comments or something. I'm sorry about that today, but I pretty much gave you the rundown, so you could rewatch this later. You know, because it'll pick up whatever they pick up. So I cut that edge off. Isn't that kind of cool looking? And then you could use this to like I said, you could use this as a front page of a book. You could cut it up into cards. I think I would just frame it. I think it's pretty cool. So anyways, I think that's it for tonight because my good evening, because it's not staying up. It's cutting up on both of them, taking turns. We had some pretty bad storms. We've had some flooding. My power was out for about an hour yesterday, and I got notices from Spectrum, maybe an hour and a half. And I had to get my emergency thing out to charge my phone. Luckily, my grandson was here. But yeah, so that's it for tonight, guys. I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go, and I will see you Saturday at 4 o'clock. And the link is up there. If you want to come over, you can't find the link, go on one of my pages. I see all the messages and just say, I need a link into your site. And I'm thinking about making it public, but I'm not sure about that yet. So I want to do a survey and ask everybody what they think of that. So, all right, have a good night, guys, and I'll see you later. Make art. Make lots and lots of art. Bye.